So finally, a lot of more and more finalized information has been coming out for Shenmue 3, which we are now in the year of Shenmue 3 at the end of this summer. We got a lot more stuff. Go check out Shenmue Dojo and other places. There's the Twitter feed. There's all kinds of different screenshots and things from what was presented at the conference there in Monaco. We're finally getting a picture of some gameplay, and the most important thing I want to talk about here is the new trailer that dropped. And there's going to be another one, I'm assuming, very, very close to release. It's going to focus a little more on gameplay. But I have to talk about this trailer from kind of two perspectives. As a Shenmue fan and as someone who wants Shenmue to reach new people. And I got my wife to watch this. She has not played the Shenmue games. She knows a heck of a lot about them just from the number of times she's seen me play through them. And of course this whole process of Shenmue 3 over the years, she's become very acquainted with the games, but she's never played them. And so I kind of got her perspective too. And just my gut reaction as a fan, as someone who really likes them, and as played them many, many times on the Dreamcast and Xbox and now the PS4, from that perspective, this trailer was extraordinary. Like, almost had me in tears excited. Like, just as someone who knows Shenmue and what it entails, this felt so true. And even Amanda was saying that it looks like Shenmue just continued on like the Dreamcast 2 later on. Like, the art style, I think, has held very true. They didn't try and go too super realistic. It looks fantastic, it looks very up to date, but it still has a very true Shenmue feel, especially with the character models, and the environments look beautiful. I really think this is going to be a gorgeous game. And just, I'm so excited by everything that I'm seeing as a Shenmue fan. But from the perspective of trying to bring in new people who haven't joined in yet on playing the games, haven't played the Shenmue 1 and 2 HD yet, which I'm glad that release seems to have brought a lot of new fans, and I think it's going to help sell a lot of copies of 3. But as far as the trailer by itself trying to attract new fans, it showed some gameplay with the training and a little bit of fighting, but it really didn't show much. Again, like, just thinking of a non-fan looking at it, I don't think I'd be as impressed because of the lack of information within the trailer. And you have to think it's not going to be everyone who's going to be searching out the new Edge magazine that came out and reading Twitter feeds and looking at these pictures and getting all the information that way. A lot of just the general population is going to watch this little trailer on YouTube, and that's about it. And within that, you didn't really see much of like the HUD and how combat's going to work. You didn't really get a good explanation of that within the trailer, like a good showing of it. You didn't really see the fishing that's going to take place, which is going to be great. I just feel like, as a fan, this was inspirational and amazing, and like, just I loved this trailer, every second of it. I'm going to sit and watch it I don't know how many times in a row. I am ecstatic. But trying to take myself out of that perspective and just look at this as a marketing tool, I think it was definitely lacking in showing the details of gameplay, like how the game is going to function for people who are unfamiliar with Shenmue. So I think that's just, it's sort of a give and take there, a little bit of a double-edged sword where you're really attracting the fan base. But I feel like this whole time it's been the issue that Shenmue 3 has had through its marketing and through just the way information has been revealed over time, is that it's consistently been selling to people who it's already been sold to. The kind of people who already pre-ordered it years ago. People who are backing it on Kickstarter, that sort of thing. The audience who has already bought the game, it's being resold to, but it hasn't done enough to attract people outside that audience. And thankfully, I think that Sega of Europe in particular, I think with the release end of Shenmue 1 and 2 HD, I think that kind of did its job for it. Because again, I've been shocked seeing the sheer number of people who have like, oh, I've always wanted to experience Shenmue, never play it. Like, new people who have gotten onto the Shenmue bandwagon because of those releases. And I think that a lot of the sales of 3 are going to be thanks to those releases. But yeah, just want to talk about the trailer briefly there, and those two perspectives where, from one side, I don't think it did enough for what it needs to do, but just strictly speaking on a personal level as a fan, holy crap, I loved that trailer, and I'm super excited. I really think that Shenmue 3 in every way is going to live up to 1 and 2, and every single time we get more and more information about it, it really makes me truly believe that, and how it went from The NPCs across the 3 playable areas that are going to be went from initially it's going to be maybe 50 NPCs or so to now around 500. We're looking more Shenmue 2 scale on many respects for things that they've mentioned, and talking about the usage of food and stamina and the way combat is going to work. That information's out there, talking about how it looks like it's going to be very similar to the style of Virtua Fighter, Shenmue 1 and 2, but it's also going to have more options to make things a little more streamlined and easier for people who aren't quite as into that. And of course, there's the fishing and all kinds of stuff. So I think it's going to be extraordinary. I just kind of wish this trailer showed a little more detailed actual gameplay to really sell this product.